Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the next episode of Better Call Saul, the final season, season 6, episode 9, titled Fun and Games. So last episode was a big one. Following plan and execution, point and shoot was just as fucking good. Lalo's gone. You know what I'm saying? What the hell is going on here? I thought for sure Lalo dying was going to be episode 10, 11 maybe, and then the rest of the season's kind of like filling in the gaps between now and Breaking Bad, with also giving some time to kind of wrap up the Gene Tatovic, whatever his last name is, in the future, because we have to tie that up. There's a lot of speculation amongst fans about how or who is going to survive, how are they going to survive if that happens. The biggest question, or the biggest question mark surrounding someone's fate is now Kim by default, because Howard is dead, Lalo is dead, Nacho is dead. There's only so many like possibilities for Kim. Either she dies, which would be not as satisfying since everybody else seems to die, and it would just feel like the lazy way to take the story. But if she's not dead, either she's in prison, she's running things behind the scenes in Breaking Bad, like she's like the mastermind, you know what I mean? And what else could possibly be? Or she changes her name. You know, they finally use the vacuum cleaner guy, and maybe she changes her identity, and Gene in the future is trying to meet up with her for one final thing. There has to be something. There has to be something that I'm not like catching right now. But I don't know where the story's going to go. This one's called Fun and Games. And I think I saw on the thumbnail on Amazon Prime. Was that Don Eladio? You know what I'm talking about? The pool? The guy who looks older in the prequel than he does in the sequel? You know what I'm saying? But that's where I don't know where the story's going, guys. I don't know. I'm just eager to hop in and have a good time and discuss it. But it's just really sad that Howard really went out like that, and he's going to be buried alongside the man who murdered him, buried at the bottom of the lab. So rewatching Breaking Bad, it's gonna like make me see the whole story, at least that part of the story, in a whole different light. It's not just, you know what I mean? It's not just a meth lab. It's Gus's trophy. That's his prized possession. And only to have someone like Walt come in and tear that shit down. Walt is the fucking villain of the series, man. But oh well, let's just have a good time and discuss it afterwards. But before I do, I want to remind you guys, Patreon, full-length, uncut, unedited reactions, as well as early access to everything else you see here on the channel, as well as exclusive reactions. So if any of that interests you, hop on over to Patreon. Of course, if you can't support me over there, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now let's stop talking, hop in, have a good time, discuss it afterwards. All right, guys, here we go. Fun and games. And they had to just go on pretending like they don't know what happened. Oh, I feel so sick. Because Howard's reputation is dragged through the mud at this point. What the hell are you eating? That was nasty. Burn it. Is something going to be left behind? Something? I wonder if Kim would maybe turn herself in. What are the odds they come in at the same time? I mean, more or less like one after another. It ain't the perfect day. Yeah, they can't sleep there. Makes sense. I wouldn't be able to sleep there either. It's terrible. After knowing what they did to Howard.
One day we'll
Forgive ourselves.
At some point, we'll suddenly realize that we haven't thought about it at all. And that's when we'll know.
But then you'll be thinking about it.
We'll know we can forget.
But will you truly forget if you... What? I wonder if we'll ever see Chuck again before the series wraps up. Like in a flashback or something. I know we saw him in a painting, but I'm just saying. Like, just see him, like, acting, you know? I'm sorry, where are we? Gus? What? Yeah, this is Eladio's place, right? Because Bolsa has that ranch, right? There's that car that Lalo gave him, right? Or maybe that's the car. I don't remember. Is that the pool?
Don Eladio.
Is he gonna shake Hector's hand?
Don Héctor.
Gustavo, Don Héctor ha hecho una acusación muy seria.
Esas son palabras de Don Héctor. Se las dictó a Leonel y a Marco.
How long did that take? Let's see.
Contra mi sobrino,
that probably took hours right there.
Fue Fring quien mandó a los asesinos, no los peruanos. Mi sobrino estaba a punto de vengarse del traidor. Frente a frente.
How's Gus gonna get out of this?
El pollero lo odia. Es nuestro enemigo. Sangre por sangre.
Blood must not have blood. The 100 reference. The only time I'll ever make that reference in a show like this.
Entonces, Gustavo.
Lying. I don't think you can plead the fifth, man.
No tienes cómo defenderte. Con todo respeto.
You have an alibi at least?
Que esto merezca una respuesta.
Ustedes presenciaron estas llamadas de Lalo. ¿Y acaso no los federales revisan los dientes?
Así es, don Eladio. Mi hermano dice que el registro dental sí coincide.
Your brother. Ah, that's how you got it in.
Dices de esa rata, Varga. ¿Qué dijo antes de morir?
Él dijo que los peruanos le pagaban los odios. Sabemos que recibía dinero. Encontramos las cuentas bancarias.
What a very intense conversation. He's gonna laugh. I believe you.
Bueno.
Because we know it's not nothing bad's gonna happen here.
Don Héctor.
Hector's gonna be pissed.
Lejos.
He's like, ding, ding, ding. I'm gonna blow you up later.
No, insisto. Te estoy dando mi cuarto. Está a gusto. Y quién sabe, a lo mejor unas de las chicas te visitarán.
What's Hector gonna do? Can he get his little ding-a-ling up?
Por favor.
Buenas noches, Héctor. Que descanses.
Me invitaría que te quedes también.
But,
pero
yeah, I don't think
quiero
so.
que me arruine el desayuno con el... Ay. Debemos mantener la paz. ¿Qué sugieres?
No quiero suponer.
I'm going to poison you later.
El South Valley seguirá siendo de los Salamanca. Y el resto del norte será tuyo para bolsa.
Gracias, don Eladio.
Right.
Gracias.
Bueno,
He better not say anything fucked up.
Gustavo,
Here we go. Something about your partner?
cuando te miré los ojos, el odio, siempre y cuando no te olvides de quién manda.
I'm going to poison you later. You're going to drown in your own pool. And this guy gets shot up by the Federales, right? Which is interesting because that would mean like his own brother or his own family, like basically shot him up, right? There's that pool. Yep. Oh, Gus. I'm so sorry that happened to you, man. Is this a Gus episode? While Jimmy and Kim try to figure out where they go from here.
Tell me about the lawyers.
Well, they spent a full afternoon with the cops, played it as they were told, maybe a bit better, for all practical purposes. It's over.
When can construction resume?
Now. Yeah, Mike, it's still happening.
We need to find a new engineer and a crew to do the work.
Start today.
Damn, no rest for the wicked, apparently. We killed Lalo last night, man. Damn.
Mr. Fring, welcome back.
Well, thank you, Brett.
What can I get you?
Wine to start.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Frank, it's so good to see you. It's been a while.
Yes, too long.
Who is this? I have no idea what I would be doing when tasting wine like that. Shake it up, you sniff it, and then you drink it. He looks familiar, but I don't know if I've seen him before in Breaking Bad or anything like that.
Remarkable.
Yeah, okay.
Like it. It is from the birthplace of Syrah, Côte Rôtie. This one is René Rostain's La Landon.
Is this Gus's alibi or something? What's going on here?
Am I talking too much?
No, not at all.
Do you get that that meaty, it's almost bloody flavor? The soil is all iron oxide and manganese. You can taste it in the glass, right?
Tasting blood, eh?
About a year ago, you mentioned a rare vintage from this same region.
1978.
Yes, exactly. I went home that night, and I bought a bottle.
A 1978 Côte Rôtie. Mr. Fring.
Gustavo.
Gustavo.
I'm saving it for a special occasion.
That's today. Let's
On
go.
that occasion.
Tonight.
There's something I have to show you. The owner bought a bottle like Eagle. I can't open it.
Oh, of course.
But the bottle itself is. You'll appreciate this. I'll be right back.
He's gonna buy it or some shit. What is going on here?
Brett, would you let David know that I've been called away?
Of course, Mr. Fring. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
$100. Damn. For a sip? Who is wait, David? Is that what? I thought there was gonna be more to that conversation. That'll maybe tie back to something later. I don't know. I kind of wanted to see the bottle of wine he was talking about. Kaylee. What? The ID? What about it? Are you gonna tell him? No. No. Why? Why would you tell him? Oh, maybe he already knows. It's just Mike saying Nacho isn't coming back or something. Because Nacho didn't even say goodbye to his dad. He did in a way, but not in the way that his dad thought. Because his dad just thought he was like on a bender or some shit, right?
Yes?
You don't know me, but I'd like to talk about your son.
My son? What happened?
Maybe we could talk face to face.
Really?
I'm outside.
Oh, I wouldn't trust this. I mean, I know it's Mike but I mean from their perspective, like inside the show. Like if someone calls me saying, "I want to talk to you face to face outside your shop at night,"
Who are
please.
you?
It's not important.
I saw you here before.
Yeah,
Chrysler, Fifth Avenue.
good memory. Is this gonna be a problem?
What about my son?
I'm sorry. He won't be found. It was over fast. No pain.
You were there.
I was there.
I don't want to remember this stuff, man.
Mistakes. He fell in with bad people. But he was never like them. Not really. He had a good heart.
His dad needs to hear this.
One more thing. You won't have to worry about the Salamancas. Their day is coming. There'll be justice.
What you talk about is not justice.
Vengeance?
What you talk of
Revenge?
is revenge.
Look at that, Mike's caged in.
My boy is gone. Ustedes del cartel y su justicia.
Gangsters.
Todos son iguales.
That was a really tough conversation to listen to. But it had to happen. I'm glad it happened, to be honest. I'm glad we didn't just forget about the nacho stuff. I'm glad it circled back at some point. And there's the trash can he kicked. Does it still have the dent in it? I can't tell. Maybe they replaced it.
Trash can.
Ah, okay.
We'll just
Oh, so we're at AHHM.
20 minutes tops. We can get through 20 minutes of anything.
This is like the memorial for Howard or something. My heart hurts because this is not fair for Howard at all. It's gonna fill up, Jimmy. Okay, I thought it was gonna overflow the cup.
I mean, nobody could relate to a client quite like he could. And it wasn't an act. He genuinely cared.
Yeah, you guys don't know anything about that.
I never saw it coming. Addiction is a disease. He was a good lawyer and a hell of a guy. What else is there to say?
It still doesn't seem real. I expect to see him charging down those stairs with a big grin on his face.
I don't think Kim's gonna be able to live with this.
The last time any of us will be in this.
I'm watching her face and her.
Why is that?
Oh, okay.
HHM is downsizing.
Seriously?
And they're changing their name.
Yeah, you guys destroyed HHM. Yeah, congrats. Destroyed your brother and Howard's
Have you spoken
legacy.
to Cheryl?
Not yet. Kim, hi.
Hi, Cheryl. I'm Jimmy McGill.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, yeah, I know you caused my brother to go crazy and do this shit, or her husband.
Very sorry.
She knows about you. I'm sure.
Cheryl, I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine what you must be going through.
You two were the last ones to see him, weren't you?
I guess so. That's what the police said.
Howard told me that you were harassing him, playing elaborate pranks of some sort. That you wouldn't leave him alone.
I know he thought that.
You thought that.
But you're denying it.
Why did you guys come up here?
I didn't leave here under the best terms. I could have been more considerate to Howard instead of yitzing him every chance I got.
Are they gonna bring up Chuck? I wonder.
There was a certain amount of jealousy on my part because Howard had the respect of my brother.
There we go. And Kim was shocked that he brought it up because I didn't think he would ever bring up
Tell me
Chuck.
what you told the police.
Fuck. I think someone's calling me. Is he gonna mess something up or slip up somehow?
We tried to calm him down, but he just wouldn't.
She's not buying it. I'm kind of into this because she needs to see through their bullshit. Someone needs to see through their bullshit. But I kind of hate
I'm
it.
not oblivious. I know people are saying he was on drugs. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
He just didn't seem like himself.
Are you hearing all of this?
Cheryl, maybe we should just...
I don't care what people are saying. I don't care what the police think. Howard was not on drugs. That simply is not true.
I don't know if it's
Oh,
my case,
Cheryl, you're about to take a trip to Belize.
Just spit it out.
Time to gaslight her somehow.
it was about a year and a half
I'm
ago.
listening.
I was still an associate here, working late on a brief, and I saw a light on in Howard's office. I assumed the cleaning crew, and I was sure the office was empty, so I didn't knock.
And?
You better not say you saw him.
And Howard was there at his desk, head down, and he was snorting something.
Kim, you're a piece of shit.
I never told anyone. But now I wish I had.
You're fucking evil.
Have you witnessed anything like this?
The country club.
Cheryl, this really isn't the time or the place.
You're a fucking monster.
You're
I'm
his
so
wife.
angry right now.
Maybe I misunderstood what I saw.
Oh, okay. You said his head was down and snorting something. What was he doing? Oh, fuck. Wow. They're fucking monsters. That was the most damaging 20 minutes they possibly could have gone through.
It's over. I mean, really over. Let the healing begin.
They better not make out or anything like that. Guess that wasn't really making out, but like, how do you get off on something like this? Left alone in the dark, huh? Maybe you're on drugs now, Kim. You're not acting like yourself either.
Your Honor, I submitted an additional motion. I'm assuming you have not seen it yet. I apologize. It was a last-minute addition.
Last minute is right. Do I understand this correctly? You're requesting to withdraw from this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
What?
This is the moment you choose to withdraw?
It was unavoidable.
May I ask why?
Personal reasons, Your Honor.
Are we talking about a health issue? Something to do with a loved one?
No.
Would you care to supply any detail at all?
Nope.
Your Honor, I'd prefer not to.
You know what, Ms. Wexler? Mr. Ornstein's here. I'm here. We all showed up for your party, and now you're taking away the punch bowl.
It's impossible for me to continue with this hearing.
And why is that, Ms. Wexler?
She's
Because
gonna
I'm
crack.
no longer an attorney.
What? I'm sorry, what? What did you just say?
I gave notice to the bar 2 hours ago.
You're throwing it all away? Why? Maybe just to cut ties altogether? Oh, Kim. Just complete self-destruction here. Jimmy pulls in. What the hell are you doing? What do you mean you're not a lawyer? Let's hear it.
Why? Why? Kim, you can't just...
Jimmy,
Just let me say my piece, okay? Just take a breath here.
Well, it's already done, Jimmy.
Kim, you don't just throw everything away. You're a lawyer. What about your clients, huh? What about the kid in foster care? Huh? You give them everything you've got. Who are they going to find who's half as good as you? No one.
What's
I
done should be undone.
feel like
I'm saying
this is
just-
her
just
way of
take a
trying to
week or two to
repent
think it
somehow.
over.
She doesn't deserve it. She doesn't feel like yeah. Because everything about her career is tied to Howard.
We're going to leave here.
Makes
We're never,
sense.
ever
It
gonna
makes
come
sense.
Back here again. Things will look brighter. I guarantee it.
Is she gonna break up with him?
You're gonna write a letter to the bar. You're gonna write letters to your clients. You dictate. I will type. We're gonna roll this thing back. We'll pull an all-nighter.
And what do you say? Just kidding? LOL? What?
Jimmy, Jimmy.
She's ready to leave. Ouch. She's ready.
You
She can't do this.
For me.
We're doing this now? I'm bad for you?
We are bad for each other.
Well, thank you for realizing it now after someone died.
Kim,
They're breaking up.
do this.
Jimmy, I have had the time of my life with you.
Oh, they're breaking up. Oh, this hurts. Ooh, I don't like watching this.
Other people suffer because of us. Apart, we're okay, but together, we're poison.
At least she acknowledges it.
Tell me what I need to do to change, okay? Just tell me what it is and I'll do it. You make me happy. We make each other happy. How can that be bad?
Oh, this is gonna get me.
I love you.
Ugh. She can't say it back. Or maybe she
I
can,
love you too.
but not in that way anymore.
But so what? No, no, Kim, you're wrong. This is about Howard. What happened to him wasn't on us. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't my fault. It was that fucking Lalo Salamanca. He walked through that door. He did this.
Oh, Kim's gonna tell him that she knew.
I knew he was alive.
No, you didn't.
I saw that car following me again. And it turned out that Mike Ehrmantraut had guys watching both of us, watching for Lalo.
Mike told you that Lalo was alive.
He didn't tell me.
And you didn't tell me?
Is he gonna blame her?
I thought it was a 1 in a million chance that he'd come for us. I thought he would be caught. I knew what you'd do.
And what is that?
What would I do?
You'd blame yourself. You'd fear for me. You'd want us to run and hide until you were sure I was safe. You would pull the plug on the scam and then we'd break up.
So that's the end game?
And I didn't want that because I was having too much fun.
Wow, I'm hurting a little bit inside actually just listening to this. Like Kim actually talking about what the fuck has been going on with her and why, how. Like this is good shit right here. Jesus Christ. It's gonna end, isn't it? What is this? Jimmy, that bald spot. I'm sorry, what?
Rise and shine. Time to go.
How far ahead into the future did we jump? Did I like miss a scene?
Listen, you have a choice, okay? You can.
Oh
Be
God.
smart and write that check. You have till EOD. I'm so sorry. I'm getting another call.
That's crazy.
Masturbator? Which one?
Which one?
A new guy?
Quality clients, Jimmy.
Everyone must be doing it.
So he's not with Kim in the future?
Breakfast bar. Go ahead, take one. I'm not talking to you. Saul Goodman is outraged at the fiery fiasco on the 40.
Are we gonna see Walton
Move it
Jesse?
to court day.
What? There it is.
Here's what you do. Stop the check ASAP, then call the station manager. You tell him if the ad doesn't make my ears bleed the next time it plays, I will see him in court. Screw the FCC. I'll go to the mat with those pencil pushers. This is textbook freedom of speech. What could be more American than that? I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy.
World's greatest lawyer.
What?
All right. Let justice be done, though the heavens fall.
That's what Chuck said. Right? Alright guys, so that was Better Call Saul Season 6, Episode 9, titled Fun and Games. Wow, I can't believe we jumped that far into the future at the end there. It almost felt like I missed a scene, like I blinked and then all of a sudden I'm watching a completely different show. But wow. Okay, so it looks like kinda my question has been answered, or the question in general has been answered. So Kim is not with Saul in the future. Like they blatantly spelled that out because Saul is with a lady of the night who is I don't know, a regular, because he and her have some sort of like arrangement, a deal, grab a breakfast bar. She knows his shorthand, like winks and, you know, whatever, good morning. She knows what he's about. He knows what she's about. They have a mutual understanding. And I assume that's just what it is. So Kim and Jimmy, they broke up, quote unquote. I'm guessing that's legit, and I won't know for sure until we get into the next episode, which will be next week. But that's actually a pretty big move, and I'm shocked that we actually went there because I don't know why. I didn't think that was going to be. I didn't think that option was going to be on the table. To be honest, I thought if anything, Jimmy and Kim, they have to stay with each other, right? Because if they're breaking up, but they're still married though, right? Because, well, maybe they have to remain married because otherwise Kim and Jimmy can be compelled to testify against one another. But if they're married, that's not a thing. I believe they set that up earlier in the series, right? And even in Breaking Bad, Skylar did the same thing with Walt. So I'm guessing they broke up, but legally they're still married just in case if they were to ever come under fire from the law, the cops, whoever, they would be like legally safe with that. At least that's what I'm guessing. Otherwise, they're gonna get an annulment, right? But it's crazy. This is where we're going. Like, they legit destroyed HHM. They not only destroyed HHM, they destroyed Howard. They destroyed like the memory that Cheryl had of Howard, even though Cheryl was, I wasn't the biggest fan of her in that one episode, in the couple of minutes that we saw her, but it was sickening. It was disgusting to see Kim gaslight her like that. I was so angry when she said that, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, well, maybe I misunderstood what Howard was doing with his head bent down, sniffing shit off the desk." Really? You misunderstood that? Okay. Why even bring it up in the first place? But I'm glad that all of this now kind of came to a head here, and now we got ourselves to the point where Kim cannot handle it. And I kind of saw this coming because Kim has been relatively safe this entire time. No real consequences were coming her way. I mean, she's having the time of her life with the love of her life, basically doing the whole Bonnie and Clyde thing, saying, yeah, fuck you, whatever. No one's going to tell us that we're wrong for each other until shit like this happens. And speaking of the title, it's all fun and games until your fucking mentor gets shot because of you guys were fooling around and wanting to have fun and ruin this guy's life because you guys wanted a payout sooner than later. So it's like, damn, man. So I get why Kim threw it all away because Howard is basically the reason she went through HHM, right? Like, that's the reason. She owes her career to Howard and HHM. She even said that. Like, flat out, she said that in like an episode. So the fact that everything is kind of like tied back to Howard, her whole career is rooted through HHM. It's running through her veins. She has to cut it off cold turkey. It makes sense. And just the fact that they had to go through this extremes, it just made sense that Kim had to break things up with Jimmy. It really does suck that they tried this before, but opted to kind of work it out. But then it got to the point that they lost a dear friend, someone who they never thought was going to actually come into like legit harm's way until he came into legit harm's way. And that sucks because Lalo didn't even go to Jimmy and Kim's apartment to kill anybody. Howard was literally there at the wrong time, wrong place, wrong time, and he paid for it with his life. And he was buried with the guy underneath the lab. I guess what I'm kind of confused about, well, maybe not confused, but kind of trying to figure out where that conversation was going was what was Gus thinking about when that guy was talking to him about that specific wine. I was trying to think about, was there a specific scene or conversation that he had before? Because I feel like the guy looked familiar, but I can't remember if I saw him on the show, in this show, or if it was in Breaking Bad. I don't think so. Who is this guy? And why is he such, a buddy with Gus? But then he was going off to get this bottle of wine, and then Gus thought of something, and then he left. Why? I felt lost with that because I'm like, I was trying to make some sort of connection. Maybe there was like hints within that conversation that I just didn't, connect or whatever. Because I am dumb apparently. So I do want to put all the pieces together before the show puts together for me, but it is what it is at this point. I don't even know how many episodes we have left. I'm just waiting to see where the show takes us because now we're like well into Breaking Bad territory. At this point, we're gonna start seeing maybe Hank again, Gomi, Walt, Jesse. So, and of course, probably Gus and Mike and whatever. But outside of that, I really like what we were doing, like tying up loose ends with storylines such as the Gustavo stuff. They kind of set that up. Now he's under Bolsa. They even cleared up that storyline where Hector had to, pretend that Lalo was dead, but he knew Lalo was alive. He was telling him about the Chicken Man, Gus, about how he hired people to come assassinate him. And, Gus held his own. He basically said, nope, that's not true. It was Varga. And, it was just Hector being ding, 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 ding that just annoyed Eladio to the point there. Annoyed him to the point where he was basically like, whatever. It's just him being crazy. I don't want him to ruin my breakfast. So that's kind of sucks because Hector, he is on to Gus, but Gus has him exactly where he wants him. So yeah, this is a good episode. It did feel a little slower than usual, and I feel like that's like I wouldn't say it was like the perfect way to go, but it's a solid way to go, especially following the previous episode. It's like, yeah, they have to just live their normal life, and we're just basically cleaning up the mess of the previous episode, or the cleaning up the last big plot, the big storyline, and trying to clean that up and set things up for the future so everything kind of lines up and connects with Breaking Bad, etc., etc. Good shit nonetheless. There's no way that's the last of Kim. We're definitely gonna have to follow her, and maybe we'll get a Kim-centric episode, like where she is at this point in time. Who knows? Is there a possibility that she runs into Walt and Jesse? Is there a possibility? I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to find out together, but this is some good shit. Can't wait to see what happens next, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it there. Alright guys, if you guys enjoyed my review, enjoyed my reaction, you guys want to see this episode with me in its entirety, the options available to you right now over on Patreon. Links are in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. You can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of Better Call Saul, which would be Season 6, Episode 10. Until then, adios guys.
And if you liked what you saw, tell your friends, tell your family, tweet about it, and if you didn't like it, shut the fuck up.